Hey guys, I'm Alicia and today we're making the beaded spiral drop earrings. So my idea behind these earrings was to use seed beads because a lot of people are like, what all can you do with seed beads other than do like looming work? So I wanted to make this spiral effect. So seed beads are the perfect way to create spirals. Let's go over the tools and supplies you're going to need for this project. You're going to need a nylon plier wire straightener. You're going to need a needle nose plier, a cutter, round nose plier, 18 gauge wire, an ear wire, a bead, some 26 gauge wire, some seed beads, and I used a bead spinner. If you have one, it's gonna make your life so much easier, but you don't have to have one. And something round to make the shape of your earring. So you're gonna need two 18 gauge wire, and they're 7 inches each. This is for 2 earrings. So you're gonna take your wire and you're just gonna take your fingers and kind of bend it in the middle and bring, crisscross those over until you get a little loop at the top. And you can go ahead and do the second one while you're at it. So don't try to bend this super hard, just kind of let it bend on its own. And just push it to make a loop at the top. So now your loops are made. You can make a smaller loop if you want, just keep pulling. So your loops are made. And now you're going to take your, whatever round thing you have at home, and push it around. So your piece looks like this. Do the same thing with the other one. So now you have the base of your earrings. From here, you're going to can hold them up together to kind of make sure that they're the same. And if you need to go back and kind of tweak it, you can. And then you're going to make sure that the ends match up together before you start making your loop. So I'm just going to, never mind. You can take your finger too and just kind of bend it where you want it. So now you're going to take your round nose plier and you're going to loop it back on the side, on both sides. So it's going to look like that. And go ahead and do your second one. So loop that back. So now you have the base of your earrings, and now you're ready to take your 26 gauge wire, and I've already started my piece over here, and I am just going to take it and make a little hook on the end, just with my finger, just making a hook. And this is the bead spinner, and this is going to save you so much time. Otherwise, you're going to be putting a bead on one by one. So this is going to help save some time. And you're just going to make your little hook, stick it down in your bead spinner, and start spinning. And you can see these little guys just going on there. So you just do that, keep going, So I'm using 11/0 seed beads for the earrings I'm making right now. The ones that I showed you are 8/0 seed beads. You can use whatever size you want to do your designs with. It doesn't have to be exactly the same. Okay, so you can see that I have got a lot of seed beads strung on this wire. So I saved a lot of time. So now what you're gonna do is I'm gonna measure out and leaving some wire on the ends. I'm gonna cut that off. And I'm gonna push this down. And then I'm gonna come over here and kind of measure out 2 of these, because you're gonna put one on one side and one on the other. So you'll need 4. And you wanna leave some wire on the end so that you can wrap it. So I'm just measuring out the seed beads that I want. So I'm just going to kind of fold or make like a little loop on the ends of these strands so my seed beads don't fall off. So you're going to start up next to the loop. You're going to take that wire and you are going to make a couple of loops, maybe 5. Up at the top. So I looped it around, or a wire wrapped 5 times, and then you're going to bring your seed beads up to where that wire starts and kind of hold your hand on the end of your seed beads so that they stay tight, and then you're just going to start wrapping those seed beads around your wire. Until you get however many you want on there. So you could stop there, or I'm just gonna keep going for a little bit. So if I wanted to stop with that many, then just take the rest of the seed beads off. And so now just wrap that extra wire around 5 times. Make sure it's tight. And then cut your tail off and come back and cut this one off. So one side is done, and you're just going to do that same thing on the other side. Start up at the loop with your 26 gauge wire. Do a couple of wraps. I did 5. All right, now bring your seed beads up and start wrapping. And then wrap it at the end 5 times. cut the tails off. And there is on both sides. And now you're going to take your stone, take some 26 gauge wire, and you're going to run it through. So I use a top drilled stone. Run your wire through that stone, and you're going to come over and take that. So I'm going to go ahead and just wire wrap one side. So wire wrap it on one side. Bring your stone in here. And then you're going to wrap it on the other side. So I'm just going back in and filling in this little gap so both sides are wrapped the same. And then just cut off your extra. Make sure no wire is sticking out. And then you're going to put the front side so you can see like the wires coming in on the back of this. So turn it this way and this will be the front side of your earring. And then you add an ear wire. So open it. Slide it on. Close it, and now you have your cute little earring using seed beads. So you're going to repeat this same process with the second earring. You're just adding your seed beads to the side and then wire wrapping your stone onto the bottom. And you are done. So let's go back over the tools and supplies we used for this project. Nylon straightener, cutter, round nose plier, needle nose plier, 26 gauge wire, 18 gauge wire, some stones, ear wires, bead spinner if you have one. It's going to make your life so much easier, and then your seed beads, and then something round to bend your wire around. If you'd like to pick up any of the supplies I used today, check out the links below. What other seed bead projects do you want to see? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell, and we'll see you later.